Welcome back to Omnivorous 13. Let us talk about something almost everyone does but rarely questions. That morning cup of coffee. Every day, millions of people start their day with caffeine, believing it boosts energy, focus, and even longevity. But is drinking coffee every morning really good for you? Or is it quietly harming your body in ways you do not notice? When I first moved to the Netherlands, I noticed how common it was for people, even the elderly, to drink coffee daily and still stay active, healthy, and engaged. That curiosity pushed me to explore the science behind caffeine, its impact on your heart, sleep, metabolism, and even your hormones. Today we dive deep into the facts that can change the way you think about your daily brew. First, what actually happens when you drink coffee? Once caffeine enters your bloodstream, it travels to your brain, stimulating your adrenal glands to release adrenaline and norepinephrine, hormones that raise heart rate and alertness. For beginners or those sensitive to caffeine, this can temporarily increase blood pressure. However, studies on more than 18,000 healthy adults show that moderate long-term coffee consumption does not necessarily raise the risk of chronic hypertension, except for those already struggling with severe high blood pressure who drink excessively. Now, coffee and cholesterol, a tricky pair. Unfiltered coffee contains compounds that can raise LDL, the so-called bad cholesterol. But brewing it through a paper filter removes most of those compounds. So if you love your espresso or French press, consider alternating with filtered coffee. What about longevity? Research shows a positive link between coffee and lifespan. But remember, correlation does not mean causation. Coffee may support a longer, healthier life, but it is only one piece of a larger puzzle, including exercise, nutrition, stress, and social health. Let us talk about the hidden hormone, cortisol. Often called the stress hormone, cortisol follows your body's natural rhythm, peaking in the morning and lowering at night. Drinking coffee right after waking up can temporarily spike cortisol levels, especially in those new to caffeine. The good news is, after several days of consistent use, your body adapts and the cortisol surge lessens. Still, drinking coffee too late in the day can prolong cortisol elevation, making it harder to wind down and sleep. A quick reminder, follow Omnivorous 13 to stay updated daily and keep supporting this channel. Now, another key player in sleep is adenosine, a neurotransmitter that builds pressure in your brain throughout the day, making you feel sleepy at night. Caffeine blocks adenosine receptors, delaying that drowsiness. But since caffeine's half-life is between 3 to 7 hours, drinking coffee in the afternoon can easily delay your sleep or reduce deep sleep quality. The later you drink it, the more your sleep pays the price. So, what is the ideal time and method to enjoy coffee safely? For most adults, coffee has mild to moderate benefits when used smartly. After breakfast, not before, especially if you had poor sleep the night before. Drinking coffee before eating can worsen glucose response and cause your blood sugar to spike. It is better to eat a meal rich in protein, fiber, and healthy fats before having coffee, especially if your breakfast includes refined carbs or sugar. If you love your morning ritual, you do not need to give it up. The key is personalization, your sensitivity to caffeine, your sleep habits, and your body's natural rhythm. If your body has adapted and you feel fine, there is no harm in keeping your routine. But if you suffer from insomnia, anxiety, or acid reflux, you should rethink your timing and dosage. The second rule is to set a caffeine cutoff time, ideally 8 to 10 hours before sleep, or even 12 hours for slow metabolizers. If you go to bed at 10 p.m., your last coffee should be around 2 p.m. This helps your cortisol and adenosine balance naturally, allowing you to fall asleep faster and deeper. For those who train, caffeine can be a great performance booster. Drinking coffee 30 to 45 minutes before a workout improves alertness and stamina. Just remember to count your total caffeine for the day. Between 200 to 400 mg is generally considered safe, which equals about 2 to 4 cups, depending on strength and your personal tolerance. When brewing, keep it simple. Use paper-filtered coffee when possible, avoid loading it with sugar or condensed milk, and stick to black coffee or just a little fresh milk. The goal is to enjoy the benefits: alertness, metabolism boost, focus, without the hidden drawbacks like high cholesterol or sugar spikes. At the end of the day, Caffeine is a powerful tool. Used right, it sharpens your mind and fuels your body. Used wrong, it can drain your energy, wreck your sleep, and trap you in a cycle of fatigue and dependency. The secret is listening to your body. Notice how you feel after each cup. Adjust the time, the amount, and the type. When you align caffeine with your rhythm, it becomes your ally, not your enemy. If this helped you understand your daily coffee a little better, hit follow to keep me motivated to keep making videos like this. Stay curious, stay awake, but only at the right times. This is Omnivoras 13. See you next time.